starred in the TV series Picket Fences, as well as such films as Dumb and Dumber, Beautiful Girls, and Sabrina. Now, starting next week, you can see her along with Edward Burns and Jon Bon Jovi in the new film, No Looking Back. Let's take a look.
Why do you insist on hounding me about this?
I'm not hounding you. I'm just...
Yes, you are, because we have the same conversation every week. No, I don't want to go to your mother's house to dinner, and no, I'm not ready to get married yet, okay?
Why not?
Because I'm not ready to become a housewife, that's why.
Who says you gotta be a housewife?
What else would I be? You tell me what else I would be if we got married right now. What would I do with the rest of my life?
I don't know.
That is exactly my point. Neither do I.
Please welcome Lauren Hawley. Yes, it's that time of year. Now, no, you don't. Yeah. You really don't want to encourage that.
Okay, okay.
It gets ugly so fast. Now, it's nice to have you on the show. We've met before, though.
Yes, we have.
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 93. Okay, and the word was Conan O'Brien was about to have this show. You were like the hot thing.
I remember it was a Saturday Night Live party, and I'd been announced to the media like a week before.
Right, right. And it was the big rap party, end of the season. It was really funny, actually, and it's because we were talking, and I saw this guy go by, and I could tell he was kind of working the party or something. So I grabbed him, and I said, "Do you know where I can get some water?" And he said, yeah, I'll get it for you. And he left. And do you know who that was?
No.
Eddie Burns. He was working with Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, that's right.
So
because
it's kind of weird that
he was working there. This was before he was famous.
Right,
Pretty much everybody at that party, working that party.
We were all trying.
You went to the ladies' room and Leonardo DiCaprio handed you a moist towelette. Stick with it, kid. You'll make it. Do you? You're working with Ed Burns now, and I'm curious if that leads to a greater appreciation of Irish men.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's why I wanted to be on this show.
Because that's my...
You're Conan O'Brien,
Thank you.
Eddie Burns.
Yeah.
I like to refer to myself as Lauren O'Holly now.
There you go.
You know, I learned how to enjoy a Guinness.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Now, because there are a lot of women get it, you know, they're not as into Guinness and things. Do you like the Guinness?
Yeah, I like the Guinness.
Yeah, because I've sometimes seen people having Guinness with a sandwich, and I think that's redundant.
It's a meal in itself.
Guinness is pretty much a beef brisket sandwich that somebody put into a blender. Do you know what I mean? And then poured into a glass.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need.
It's true. I also like the way Irish men blush. Do you blush?
Yeah, I blush like insanely, and at stupid things. You know, if my feet are bare, I'm like...
Yeah, I've witnessed this. I used to have fun with Eddie on set trying to make him blush. See how red I could get him.
Now, Jon Bon Jovi is in this movie with you?
Yes.
And he plays your boyfriend?
Yes. And he is, you know, it was funny, actually, because, you know, I think of Jon Bon Jovi as like the rock star. But he's so good in this movie. He's the real kind of revelation. And it was very fun, except it's a low-budget independent movie. And so we shared a trailer, Jon Bon Jovi and I. We each had a room. It was like a two-room trailer. And it was so funny, and he'll probably kill me for saying this, but at the time, all I heard constantly in my little room was, "It's midnight in Chelsea." And I didn't know what was going on. I'm sorry, I'm not a singer, which is why I'm not a rock star. But it turned out he was working on his video. You know, that he had that big, long video with all, you know, Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore and everyone, so he was in there editing, and so I kind of felt like I knew the song.
Hey, that sounds fishy to me. It sounds to me like he wasn't working on the video. He's Jon Bon, you know, they have editors that do that. I think he was playing it for you, you know? Oh, I'm just working on it. Well, why are you working on the Living on a Prayer video? That was 10 years ago. Living on a prayer? Huh? Oh, just working on it. Doing some adjustment. There's something going on here.
Yeah, there were quite a few girls outside at all times, so maybe it was, you know, for them as well. Yeah.
Now, things, of course, now going great for you. But I wanted to talk about your humble beginnings. That's the theme of tonight's show.
Oh, I
We had Tim Robbins out here, and we show his spring vacation movie or whatever.
Right.
you had a job once working in a diner. Is that right, when you were
Yes,
first getting
I did.
started?
I did. I worked in a diner, and it's kind of left me with something that is hard to deal with sometimes. I can't eat coleslaw anymore. They recycle it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, no, well, okay, sort of. But you have
Wait,
to
what do you mean they recycle it? They put it into a sanitary machine that turns it into fresh coleslaw?
You know how it comes in like the little paper cups?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I worked with a bunch of women who were older than me, and it was always like, you know, pinch a penny, yeah, you know. And so if they thought no one ate it, then they just put it on the next plate. But I wasn't like really convinced, you know, and I thought maybe like if it was just a spoonful out, maybe they'd add a spoonful and stick it on the plate. So I'm not like really big on
That's something you
coleslaw.
should go to the Congress with or something. You should blow the
They have
whistle on
enough
this whole
problems
thing.
right now. They have enough.
Well, they do have a lot of problems right now, but if I were you, that's like the end of Soylent Green to me. Like, Soylent Green is people. No.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I don't think I could eat that anymore.
Probably not a problem, because I don't think anybody eats those little cups of coleslaw.
You don't think so?
Probably been the same ones
eat
for
the
20 years.
No, but I used to like take my, you know, cheeseburger or whatever and dump it on. Like put it on the...
No, I like the cup. Seriously, I take it out of the cup and squeeze it into my mouth. What do you mean, ew? You think that's bad? I got a whole closet full of stuff, I can tell you. The tip of the iceberg, baby. Well, I've heard a lot of good things about this movie. No Looking Back opens in New York and Los Angeles on March 27th, and then in additional cities on April 10th.
Yes.
Hey, we were thrilled that you could come by.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and please come back sometime.
Okay.
All right, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Lauren Ollie, everybody, we'll take a break. Doris Richmond coming up. Everybody, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got to stay tuned. Next week, we have some great guests coming up and some great shows. Baseball legend Ted Williams is going to be with us. Dave Chappelle, Bryant Gumbel, Francis Ford Coppola, Green Day, Dan Aykroyd, Ben Stiller, Michael Keaton, and that's just the first half hour. So check out those shows next week. We'll take a break. When we come back, Doris Wishman will join us. Fascinating woman. Queen of sexualization.